Well, you know, I watched this weekend, and it's the worst of all networks. George Slobodanopoulos and all of the different people, and the worst. And they had this Jonathan Karl, who's a lightweight, and he was asking questions of Tom Cotton, who was fantastic, by the way. Only a total pro could have gotten through that interview. And I watched that group talk up to Biden about vanilla ice cream. And then I watched the way they went after Tom Cotton, and Tom Cotton handled it like easy. But when you see the level of hatred in that room, and when you see Jonathan Karl, who's terrible, I mean, he's just terrible. He's just an average person. But they tell him what to do. And then when you look at the roundtable they had, which was Donna Brazile, wasn't she the one that gave Hillary Clinton the questions when she was at CNN? Maybe, is that right? Donna Brazile gave the questions. You know that, right? That was her. I'm looking, I said, I haven't seen her in a long time, but she's the one that gave the questions to a debate to Hillary Clinton, Crooked Hillary. And when I look at that, and I looked at, there was some other, a blonde woman, I have no idea who she was. The level of hostility was incredible. And Reince was in there, but he was a little bit softer than he should be, to be honest with you. But when I looked at the hostility of that, I said, why am I doing it? Let's do it with another network. I want to do it. You know, I won because of debates. Ask Biden. But I won because of debates. I want to do debates. But she, the head of ABC, is her comrade's best friend. You know that, right? They like husbands and the whole thing. What kind of a deal is that? I want to have a fair debate. And, you know, they can ask me tough questions. I don't mind. I think I've heard them all from you. I hear them every day. But I think it's very unfair. The single worst network for unfairness, I think, worse than CNN, worse than NBC, which is really hard to believe. And CBS is probably the best of the group.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. The bottom line is that they'd agreed to this debate, which kind of everyone does want to see, September 10th.
He deserves to see.
Exactly. So apparently Trump was watching the Sunday shows this week, which is hosted by, which is what ABC hosts. That's their Sunday show. Didn't like what he saw, and now is kind of poo-pooing the network and the debate rules. There's concerns over whether the mics can be muted or not. Harris wants them open. Trump does not. Okay. And then you have the Donna Brazile controversy from years ago where she gave the questions to Hillary. He's bringing that back up again. John Karl's a high-ranking political reporter for ABC News, taking shots at him. And then, you know, just to be clear, in case you missed the reference there, Dana Walden is an executive very high up the ABC, very high up the Disney chain of command, who also is good friends with Kamala Harris. So he's bringing up that angle to suggest that for all those reasons, I don't want to do ABC. So does it fall through? Does another network step in? Does one happen at all? We'll see. Yeah. It just seems like every time we get close to one of these things, there's something that happens. And listen, he did make a fair point in that these debates, as we saw here in Atlanta, can be deeply consequential. And we saw what happened to Biden post the Atlanta debate. So who knows? But certainly fresh doubt this morning.
Right. Remember, too, when Vice President Harris stepped into the fray, he even said then, well, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I agreed to. I agreed to debate Biden. And that's when Vice President Harris said, well, what happened to anytime, anywhere? This is what you're supposed to do. So there's already been a couple times where he has kind of thrown in some doubt as far as if they were even going to have a debate in the first place. So,
and you have to wonder, just in the news cycle that we've been in for a while now politically in this country, is there anything between now and November the 5th, or really in 3 weeks when people start voting, but we'll say November, that would change the general narrative? And there's always something that happens, either a world event or some scandal or some hot mic controversy, whatever it is. But this debate, if there was going to be a moment that could move the needle for either one, it seemed it would be the debate. So I hope it happens, because I think we need to hear from both in that moment. But who knows? We'll follow it. We know that. More news coming up after this break.